Okay, this is what the memory looks like as it's being installed. The one on the left, this side over here is the left side, this one right here, that one is fully anchored. Notice how the flaps are different? The one on the right is not anchored. It's not in all the way. I just wanted to show you the difference. You can only go in one way. So, to get it seated, all you need to do is push down on both sides, like this, and apply some pressure, but don't go too extreme. Of course. Okay, yeah, hear the click? See, it's in there. See how they now match? See, that means the memory is now installed. 4 gigs of RAM. But with a 32-bit operating system, that's a problem. You're only going to be able to use about 3 1/4 or 3 1/2 gigs worth of that. So it might depend on other system configurations, especially your video card. In my case, it's 256 megs. So, what to do next? Well, remember, power is last. But, let's see here. These look kind of attractive for the next thing. So, you might be wondering what this black one here is, this little tiny black thing. Well, that's the PCI Express ×1 slot. The big blue one, that's PCI Express ×16. The 16 is for the video card. So, let's get the video card in. You might notice that it's somewhat out there, but that's because I was trying to uninstall it and see if that was causing the problem. But I didn't get that far. I just figured I might as well upgrade everything. So, once I get the video card inserted into here and installed almost the same way, because notice how you got this little tiny spot here and then this really big area? You can only go in one way again. Just remember, idiot-proofing in a sense. But it also makes it really easy to do. See, and then I'm going to put the sound card probably on the one at the top of the video here. Near that yellow and the black area there. But that's basically all there is to it. But, and then again, before we even start this, see these little clamps here? With that little silvery thing? Well, we actually need to remove them. In this case, you need to line it up. So you got this, you got the PCI Express ×1 here, and it lines up to that. Okay, so you need to go to the next one. Line it up. See, this is index 0, because I'm having a habit of programming. 0, 1, 2, 3. So then you go 0, 1, 2, 3. Same order, so I got 3 extras then. Of course I could use hypercount and count that in about 1 second. That's the nice thing about hypercount, but that's irrelevant. So, we need to disconnect this one right here. Well, the video card is now removed from this motherboard, and it's now placed in this motherboard. Same thing with the sound card. There's no sound card. But there it is right there. Except there's a problem. Normally you're supposed to use there's supposed to be some mounting screws. That kind of anchors it in a sense. Problem is, there's no way you can get a mounting screw in here. Because if I move this thing all the way over, it's going to disconnect from the motherboard, so it's going to be loose. So in effect, there has to be a way to raise this thing, but as far as I know, there really isn't. So it's almost going to have to be left unmounted, which I'm not sure why that is, or why that's happening, but apparently it has no other option. But sometimes you do run into problems like that. But that's basically how you're supposed to mount such cards. And since I'm out of PCI slots and they're related, that means I'm otherwise done. You might be wondering what this little what this little object here is. That's the battery. That keeps the clock going and constant. So that way when you turn off your computer, your clock is still running. Remove the battery. I think you should be able to start the computer up, but your clock is just going to lag behind. So, pretty much everything is all set now, as far as I can tell, except for power and the other drives. Other drives. Yep, that's the next stage. But for these, more mounting screws. Again. Yep, more mounting screws. That makes this tool very, very common for this. So, let's get on with that. Hard drives are normally about 3.5 inch size or so. Of course, there may be smaller varieties, but the hard drive would go on the smaller area here. The CD drive, which is normally 5.25 inch, goes in here. I wonder about those 5.25 inch floppy disks that store like 540 kilobytes of data. Yeah, those things are so ancient nowadays. Computer-wise, now they're ancient. Museum exhibits, in a sense. But that's basically what we need to do now. I'm not sure about the sound card problem, though. I'm thinking there might be a way to bend that, but there really doesn't seem to be a way, or at least I can't do it with my own hands. So, I guess it's off to doing the hard drive and CD drive. So, now we're on to working on the next stage of the process. So far, I got the hard drive installed. One thing to note, though, there are actually two sides to be doing it. This side involves this thing. This thing almost kind of functions as a screw. This is the lock position. The hard drive won't move as is. This is unlock, all the way up to the top. But I was very, very strongly advised that in addition to this side, lock it on the other side. But there isn't one of these things here on the other side. For that, you need these little itty-bitty things. It's called a screw. Ooh. Yep, that's what you need for the other side. And I would recommend doing that, because that way it secures it more, well, securely. Get it? Same thing with the CD drive. Got a screw here, got a screw here, and you're likely to have 2 more or 4 more screws on the other side. So, that's what I'm going to get on next. That's the next stage in the process. We're almost done now.